I swear to you, every time I start the stream, I have to fight with OBS saying, no, yes, I want to stream. It's like, no, rate limit exceeded. And I'm like, no, false. There's no rate limit to be exceeded. Well, there is, but it's not happening. Oh yeah, I'll probably mention it a couple more times in the stream because I'm forgetful and annoying. I was on the call with my internet service provider for the past 40 minutes. I need to turn off notifications. That's probably priority number one. My internet's been off since like 3 o'clock, and I was really worried that I wouldn't be able to stream today. So, you know, I get on the call them almost an hour ago, and thank God we fixed it. I ended the call at 7:16, so we finished it with only like 10 minutes to spare, barely 9 minutes, right? But yeah, so we're here, we're back. Hope you're all doing well. Hopefully my internet doesn't have any shenanigans. It shouldn't, but who's to say, right? If it does, if I do disappear, it's probably going to be the end of the stream because I can't fight it, right? There's legit nothing I could do in that scenario. It's really good. I don't dip the popcorn in the milk. It's just weird. Hey, what's up, Binku? I do the dishes. The roommate's doing my dishes. Thank you, man. I was gonna go get those, but if you're gonna do those, the box gods have heard your prayers, Cav. Oh, was I muted? Because it turned me drinking my water. I apologize. Yeah, I'm drinking water. Gesture drawing is harder than it looks. Oh yeah, it does. It does, for sure. Whenever I read Cav, I thought you were talking about Pinku for some other reason. I have no clue. Put my phone on the charger though. This is a necessity. I'm gonna put my phone on my charger and put my phone on my bed. And then put it on Do Not Disturb. I do not want to be disturbed while we draw. I'm actually really excited today. If you guys can tell, I got a lot of sleep last night. I got 8 hours. 7.5, but come on, that's 8. I round up. But yeah, gesture drawing is ridiculously difficult. That's why I'm seeking out a teacher or some structured program for it, because it's like learning physics on your own. No. That's hard. No. Yeah, I'll be right back. I think it took me probably like 8 years of school, like 4 years of high school, 2 years of college, and I'd say like 1 year of college and 4 years of high school. And I learned how to teach myself math to the point where like it's not that I don't need a professor. I would like a professor, but like I finally got used to self-study and opening up a textbook and understanding that. But I'm in no way that comfortable with art. One could say I'm uncomfortable even, but it's difficult, and learning how to self-teach yourself is a bit it's a catch-22, because once you've learned how to teach yourself, you've learned a lot. Right? Like that's why I'm pursuing the fundamentals of art, is because I learned like in discrete math, that is the basis of a lot of math. Pun intended. So, but first off, hello everybody. Sorry, I want to make it happen on 0. But hello everyone, hope you're doing well. It's currently 7, nope, wow, it is Oh, it's 7:30. Yeah, I was thinking about the date. It's November 12th, 7:30 p.m. CST. It is a Tuesday. Don't have my phone on me. Gotta actually remember what day it is. Yeah, I am in definitely a lot better of a mood. It's going to be ruined, by the way. I know that's poor outlook, but I will have to stay up probably till... I'm hoping no past 1, so I can get 7 hours of sleep. That would be... Oh wait, no, 6 hours. Maybe 12. Maybe I'll just say screw it and fall asleep at 12. Anyways, yeah, last night I decided, you know what? I had a quiz today, a very difficult quiz, and I was too tired last night to study anymore. So right after the stream, I took... Don't do this. So actually, I won't tell you what I did. I totally took the recommended amount of melatonin, and I went to sleep. And I went to sleep at 10, kind of like 10:30. I was on YouTube for a second, and I woke up at 6. So, and I had plenty of time to study. I had a wonderful breakfast. And that's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You do not catch up on sleep instantly like this. I'm still extremely tired compared to like my usual capabilities, right? I still have brain fog. I still have all that. Please do not screw up your sleep schedule in the pursuit of education, because sleep is so important for you. It is pivotal towards not only your mental health, but your long-term health. I don't have any data to back this up. This is all from the grapevine, but I have heard echoes of the fact that a lack of sleep does correlate to neurological diseases when you're older, such as Alzheimer's or dementia. I don't have any data to back this up, so please go check these sources. I am not a valid source of this. I am a computer science major who is not good at his job. But I think it's a pretty safe bet to say sleep is good for you, and you should prioritize that more than many things in life. So with that being said, everybody, we are going to be a bit cut on time tonight because I do have things to do after stream. But we do have some time to warm up, so we'll do that. Set our timer real quick. My energy right now is completely different than the last like 3 days, and I'm also just happy I got an opportunity to stream. So I think that's a win-win. Now on the days where I'm more energetic, my lines are shakier because like my muscles are still tense. I did have a really good gym session today, but I don't think that's going to make my muscles any less tense. Sometimes in the past, I'm either like shaky. Like I've talked about it on stream before. Sometimes I'm shaky after doing like chest day, but on leg day, I'm not. And in fact, I'm a lot less. Do you dip your Oreos in milk? Odd response, I don't eat Oreos. I'm just not a huge fan of them. In fact, I'd rather just have a chocolate chip cookie. If I'm eating sweets at all, which is rare, I'd rather do a chocolate chip cookie. My go-to chocolatey candy sweet is sometimes I buy $5 worth, or it's sometimes $7, of dark chocolate almonds. I have a couple with, like, throughout the Emmy snack on a couple, especially like after dinner. That's my little dessert, and I love them, and I'm addicted to them. Now, I got addicted to them because when I was in Portugal, I was not eating well in Portugal. I did not have the money, but I went to a market in Porto. It's not the timeout market. Screw that. It was, I can't remember the name of the market in Porto, but I absolutely loved it, and I came back there the next day to buy more chocolate almonds. But for €2, I got like a huge bag of chocolate covered almonds, like more than what I pay for like $5 for here. And they were addictive. And what I did is I was still like jet lagged, even though it was my like 5th day in Portugal. I went back to my hostel. I sat in the rec room, which no one was in because it wasn't time for drinking. And I drew up like a couple boxes, ate a bunch of the almonds, and then took a nap. And that was a very good day. Dark chocolate is mid. Okay, Cat. So I'm gonna be honest. You're very, very, after insulting on Clay, and now we're slandering dark chocolate. I'm not sure what we're gonna do, but we have to get some mods involved. I don't know. I don't think the Cavaliers can withstand such disrespect of things that are good and great. I can understand almonds. In fact, almonds on their own I don't particularly like. But salted dark chocolate almonds as a snack, as a healthy snack. It's okay, it's not super healthy, but nuts are good for the brain. Chocolate is good for immune health, I believe. Not too much, yeah, of course it's milk chocolate, dark chocolate. Okay, that's maybe something I can get behind. That is maybe something I can agree with. I would need a test though of like, not Hershey's. Okay, by the way, if you say Hershey's is better than anything, I need you to stop talking. This is the craziest take on the channel so far, but I do not like Hershey's chocolate bars at all. I'm not sure if there's anyone who likes them religiously. I'd be offending anyone by saying that. Sorry if there's anyone who works at Hershey's here, but here's a quick recommendation: stop making them taste bad. That's my recommendation. I've only had like the tiny Hershey's a while ago. That's not what chocolate tastes like. You got it wrong. Guess again. Man, is this what it's like when I get 8 hours of sleep? Like, am I this argumentative and mean? All the energy that I gained from last night, it's being spent slandering chocolate and... What else have I yelled at this stream? Maybe my internet service. They were all very kind. Remember, treat service workers with the same respect you do your animals. I was gonna say parents, but some people are not nice to their parents. I like Hershey's Kavel, you've offended me, then get out of here. Get out of the Cavalier. The Cavalier Kingdom does not stand for the Hershey's. Is Hershey's made by Nesquik? Is that like a subsidiary, whatever it's called? Because then if it's by Nesquik, then I have a real reason to be a hater. Okay, we're getting a bit too biased, too opinionated. My unbiased art streamer who ought not to offend anybody. Quick, Kavel, say your political opinions. No! Quick, Kavel, weigh in on the election. No! Guys, if Kavel ever starts talking about politics on this channel, actually, like, I got abducted. They replaced me or something. Right? My I almost said 8th grade. Sorry, senior year of high school. Those final years of completely different schools. My senior year of high school, I took AP Government with probably one of my, okay, not my favorite, but he was a solid, great teacher and a good person. I want to say his name because his name is fun to say. But anyways, his first question in the class was like, what are the 2 things you don't bring up in a dinner? And everyone's like, politics. Yeah, because it's AP Government. And then we couldn't guess the other one, but it was religion. Religion and politics. And I don't really want to ever do any of those on these streams. In a manner that would... be unbecoming of the subject, right? So, like... I'll talk about Tao and the Taoism. I love it. Just as we've mentioned Christianity and other things before, but not like giving... We mention it in passing, not giving like opinions on it. That's not my... all I really want to ever say, like, discussion-wise of those things in this channel is like, killing is bad. You know? I can't really think of any others that aren't like maybe one-sided or two-sided. I just remembered 2 days until Rise leaves. Shoot. Oh man, I actually do like, not that I'm like I hate this. I was gonna say I actually do feel sad, and yeah, he's my friend. Not as like a Oh, I hate this guy, but why do I feel? No, it's like I'm pretty darn upset to see him go. It's not like we'll have zero contact, but it will be very strained. That's an okay box today. I'm pretty happy with this one. A bit bendy lines, which I'm not totally happy with, but it happens. But you know, I'm upset to see Rise go, and I really hope he stays safe. And I hope he has the time, at least an hour a day. Knowing military though, I'm not sure if that's possible, but or like if he does have an hour, I wouldn't blame him if he was comatose from being just so worked. But I really hope he has an hour a day to draw, because that guy's passion. He's realistic about the drawing process, and he's very moderate, and you know he's like understanding of the process and what it'll take. Oof, I need to really. I'm not saying it. My like lips perched, or not even perched, but like whatever your mouth does to form an L as a law. No, I'm not saying it. Ooh, another hot take. Actually, this isn't even a hot take. I'm not gonna say Reese's are bad. In fact, I'd say Reese's are good. I just don't like peanut butter. And then it's not that peanut butter is bad, I'm just weird. We only have Delano as mod now. The Kavel chat is unbalanced. Delano's the one who's sent to Rise on this expedition. Trying to claim all the mod pay for himself. And usurp the throne at one point. Delano's gonna be like, Kavel, you have to go on this adventure. If I ever do go for an extended period of time, I do kind of want to like do a channel takeover, like someone just takes over the channel for a bit. That'd be fun. Like a substitute teacher. But like a cool substitute. I wouldn't leave you guys with the... My name's Mrs. Brandon Thaw. I will be your English substitute teacher today. Writes her name in the board in cursive. That's how you know you're screwed. Because you have a... I mean, I haven't been in schools with substitute... Actually, I did have a substitute 2 semesters ago? 3? Anyways, it's when the English teacher writes their name in cursive. I've heard many horror stories of English classes, but I think I've only had one poor English teacher my entire life. And many of them, actually one of them, kind of two, but one of them really made an impact on my life. I've talked about him before, the person who got me into reading like Dante's Inferno, and then from that sparked my joy for not only literature, but for philosophy. Shout out to English teachers. Shout out to any teacher that cares. Sorry. My apologies. That reminds me, for my lesson 3 video, I want to start like researching education techniques to keep people in my videos not only engaged, but actual like effective methods of transmission of information. Because in hindsight, my lesson 1 video, white background with, sure the animations are cool, but it's not engaging. Because as I've learned very much in college, you can't just show someone a bunch of text on a PowerPoint slide and expect them to either care, learn about it to a degree where they can apply it later. And it's very disrespectful to say, oh, well, I'm not a bad teacher, you just to learn this outside of the class. Sure, you can practice outside of class, that's wonderful. That's where a lot of things are done, but understanding the initial concept, I believe that should be done in class. And wow, we're doing all the hot takes today. Sorry I'm ranting so much this stream. To facilitate, there goes all my credibility. Understanding the classroom, you have to encourage it to be Socratic. So while raising hands is scary, maybe we can make it not so. And yes, some concepts are very difficult to learn. But that's where a good teacher steps in and changes that. I think the hardest thing I've had to conceptually understand is maybe some concepts of like Gauss's law, or like, you know, physics E&M. Proofs and getting used to like induction has been difficult. But the thing is with physics, I had a wonderful, if not one of the best teachers at my university. For discrete math, quite the opposite. Now the key was both cared about teaching, but their ideas of teaching were very different. And this one's messed up. I thought I could do like it turns like this, but it I put these too close together, so that didn't happen. And I want to make Usopp fan art. Is it safe to look up Usopp? So Kat, let's sit down, let's talk about it. Okay. Why am I acting like this tonight? I'm sorry. Why am I acting like some dumb alrighty. Anyway, no, sorry. Usopp doesn't have that crazy of a change. There are some moments that are really important, but I doubt now if you look up Usopp, you'll probably see him post time skip. He has some changes in wardrobe and appearance and stuff. So look up, I think you'd probably be safe here. I'll look it up for you real quick. We're gonna look up post time skip Usopp. Post time skip Usopp. So it's actually showing comparisons. That's exactly what I didn't want. Yeah, it's mostly pictures of post time skip Usopp. There's nothing that crazy here. What if I just look like Usopp? Yeah, there's a lot of post time skip stuff there. Oh, there's the God D Usopp moment. Yeah, that's also a spoiler right there. What if we do young Usopp? No, that's him as an actual kid. Fine, we'll do water. No, don't do water 7. Sky Pia. Sky Pia Usopp. Okay, if you yeah, if you look up no, there's dang it, man. There was a picture of a very important moment that happens in Water 7. So Kat, I would say look up Skypea Usopp and you'll probably be fine. But if you see anything that like looks like a screenshot from like a moment happening, you won't recognize what's happening instantly, so it won't be an instant spoiler. But if you like try to piece together what's happening, then you'll start to realize things you shouldn't. Why was my line so thin there? That was weird. I'll do one more sausage. So yeah, I think if you look up Skypea Usopp, you'll be fine. Let's do a big sausage for. Bit bumpy over there. I'm almost even tempted to. That was risky though, because I couldn't see where I was drawing. Sure, I could do that. Yeah, here. Let's do the sausage form now. That's a much safer option. For sure. Are you looking for like any pictures in particular or just? Ugh, my fan's on and it's once again those dry eyes. I don't want to turn off my fan though. I love my fan. My biggest fan. Too many ellipses. It looks cool, but that's not what I want. Okay, cool. Cool, simple poses. Okay. I may toss in a couple complex ones in there too, just to freak you out. Challenge you. Okay, here, let's look up some Usopp real quick. Here, I'll put them on the stream as well, just to like be entertaining. Okay, we'll do this. Say hello to the Cougar, everybody. What's the Cougar's name again? Carmen. Carmen the Cougar. Shout out Carmen. Usopp. Usopp. Skypea Usopp. Actually, I don't even have to look that up anymore because it's me. Aboto. This will make no sense to the other people in the Discord, but we're gonna... I guess I'll put it in art share. Yeah, I'll put it in art share, I guess. I'll just look up Usopp. You can't really go wrong with this, and this is pretty dang high quality. I mean, that's just kind of as Usopp as it gets. Let's see. What the heck is this? That's really, really trashy editing, whatever. All of this is like time skip Usopp. Okay, we're gonna do... I know I shouldn't Google this because it's gonna have a lot of spoiler stuff in it. Yeah, I shouldn't have Googled that. Oh, that's even more spoiler, Jesus. I can only find like one picture that I actually like. Then again, I'm not a huge Usopp enjoyer. I forgot he had this like grappling hook belt. How could I forget about this picture? Oh shoot, how did I full screen? There we go. How could I forget about that? Okay, here's some. It's only 4, but it should be good enough. So good. Okay. Cool. That was our Usopp posting for today. Now, if you're doing this for figure drawing, I would not do this for figure drawing. I would do, you know, human figures. But if you're just doing for fun 50% little sketches, then heck yeah. Take a big sip of water real quick. We're gonna pop over to our camera. Where is it? There it is. Try not to yawn too much, but we'll anyways. Get some water and yeah, we'll start. Cool. Drag this on here to my other monitor. Throw a Goofy Sanji in there, or an experiment. Trying to think of a Goofy Sanji. He does look pretty just goofy already. Sanji does not change that much, I don't think. Time skip. Oh wait, no, he does have like a. I'm not gonna say it, but it's pretty obvious. Oh Jesus, yeah, it's all just the pictures of his face. Trying to find one where it's not him being a pervert. Is my internet gone? Uh-oh. That's still here. Wait, let me pick this one. Why is my Google being stupid? I want this one because Chopper looks funny. I'm not sure if this is actually from anything, Cat, but I'm gonna toss this in here. Because I just think Chopper looks very silly. That's the only reason I choose that one. Shoot, I may make this a profile picture. I really like that. Yeah, and I doubt this is an actual thing, but that's just so silly. I love it. I'm gonna save that to my Discord real quick. Okay. That's ridiculous. Okay, wait, I'm now just distracted. Wait. I don't know why my Google is being like this. It's very strange. Oh, there is this one. Sorry, okay, I'm done. I'm done, I promise. This is the last one. I can't remember when this is. But yeah, I like that one as well. Okay, cool. Let's get to it. Let me pull up my actual. Oh yeah, my binder's getting so big, and I don't want my papers to start like bending and stuff. And I had like a crease in one of my lesson 1 pages. One of those sacred objects. I know it's probably pretty unhealthy to like treat my papers like that. It is just paper and I have scans of it, but it was the first Drawbox assignment. I'm somewhat fond of it. So yeah, starter timer, 8 o'clock, so that's perfect. Perfect timing. So yeah, the leg still upsets me deeply, but we'll recover, we'll do better. A lesson was learned, right? So, yep, make sure we're using a fresh pin as well. Huge. Goofy little doodles. So yeah, kitty cat time. I said we do the back leg now. As ambitious as that is. The forms, I'm not gonna say they're gonna be easier, but yeah. It will be fun forms to draw nonetheless. We have this leg to kind of help us now. If we have this cool paper everywhere. Now I'm on, yeah, I have to like rotate my mic around. Anyways, we have these cool negative shapes. We have this one right here. We have this one right here. This one's quite important. And just kind of this whole thing too. Gives us like a nice window. I think I debated over here not drawing the back arm because it'd be a bit too confusing, or at least doing this. Yeah, this triangle right here is our big focus, and then also, yeah, just this shape. This is more of a, you know, turn, but there is a kind of change in motion from like this to the actual like thigh part, right? Like this. This is kind of like the muscle that bridges these two things. And then we have this bitty part and this flat part. Anyways, so yeah, for here, we're going to do a somewhat symmetric spheroid over here of the similar size. We want it to be a bit more forward too. Then we want to do our sausage form that goes down. It's kind of pointing away from us, ideally. We want this to be symmetric on all sides. We want this to have this kind of intersection, or maybe... no. Like this. Because that means it's turning away from us, or it's just less visible on that side. And then from here we want another sausage form. This one doesn't go as deep. See, it's a weird shape to do it like that, so we just need to be comfortable with not making it span all the way like that. This will kind of wrap down around here. And it'll go to that intersection. And then it's gonna sit. We learned our lesson from last time, right? Not go that far, but something like that. We'll have a form kind of bridging right here. And then our box. Now this one we can kind of, you know, do another 2-point for it. So yeah, that's the goal. Looking down here, similar idea. This one we swung it back a bit more. In fact, this should just practically be tangent to that. And I like how this one kind of sits on top and then goes up. That can work, I guess. I'm not a huge fan of it. I do think it should be kind of like wrapping around right here and then going up, but I think that also, we do like this and make it a bit more dramatic. So this, and then stays at the same point, and then goes up here for the intersection. That's cool. Down here, I like this one. This one's pretty accurate. But yeah, so starting with this one and just make it going all the way back to there. Yeah. Now, as for where the heel happens and where the leg happens, we do have the tuft like right down here. That's how thick it's going to be. Actually, this does have a bridge like right here. So yeah, it'll be probably about right down here. So it's going to be obscuring a lot more of this. And then with this, we need to make sure this part of the leg, that's where the sausage form starts and ends in a relatively decent place. The shorter this sausage form is up here, like the less it is up here, the more we can bend it down here. Because like if it's really straight up here and then we start bending it, that looks weird. But if it's shorter, we have less room to be straight. It can be a bit more bendy. So yeah, finding the height of where this is the first step. So we're going to take our head length. That's 1. And then we're going to go from there another. And move it across. It's about 1.5 heads lengths. I don't remember from yesterday what all of our metrics are. So I do remember certain things being at certain... That ain't right. I think I did something wrong. Is it? Because yeah, we ultimately want... There's going to be a paw kind of going like this. I haven't done yet. We're going to go up here. Yeah, this whole thing is a bit longer than I wanted, whatever. And then once we go up here a tiny bit, there's going to be... That's where the triangle happens. So ideally right here is the intersection, but let's get... 1, 2... So mine was a bit high. See the intersection that we see over there. I'm actually kind of wishing I did this kind of intersection. I feel like that would have looked cool, but probably incorrect. Yeah, because it would have felt like it was... I mean, this still does feel like it's coming at us anyways. Because yeah, now we have our like... Our spatial locality, I don't know what to call it. But we want things to now not only be proportional to the head and body, but it's getting more complex, so we want it to be relatively proportional. So we want it to not only match the head, we want it to match the leg, which is difficult because if the leg's off, the head's off, then we have to find the median, the in between, because making it look only like the leg or only like the head, that's going to make it look off proportional to whatever. So, you know, there will be human error, and our job here is to mitigate that. And if mitigation fails, we are going to balance it out, right? Try to strike true both times. At least that's my philosophy. I'm not entirely sure if it's correct. Oh, right here. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna say right here, because that also gives us an opportunity to do that negative shape. But that's also, we should think about the next foot lands practically where this does, and then how far does that sausage form end? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bringing that down. It's about 3 3/4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, bring it down, 1/4, about right here. So that means this paw needs to span from here to there, which is far. It doesn't seem right. Let's see how many heads the actual leg is in length. About this big. So it's only practically, actually exactly a head's length long. So from here to here, we want a head's length, basically. I'll be darned. We're family friendly, don't forget. That's pretty darn accurate. Did I ever switch out pens? I did not. Or I think I did, but I just picked a bad one. Yeah, I think I did. Let's do a better one. That's what I get for being mindless. So this width. I mean, yeah, if we're just a tiny bit... I'm looking at that. That is going to be a distracting one. That's awfully long. Awfully hot coffee pot. Let's see, the gap between the feet is 3/4 of a head's length, so this is where it would actually land. Or start to land, I guess. Maybe a bit more up here. So we're looking at something. We can't forget that this one will have some thickness too. In fact, it's going to be very sideways. So where does it start now? 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3. The same amount? What? 1, 2. Oh, I think that was without the head involved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 3, 3.5. What? 1, 2, 3. Almost just 3.5. 1, 2, 3. Here, it's practically right here is where it starts. That doesn't seem thick enough to me though, so we're gonna do some creative liberty to, because the whole thigh itself is about 3/4 of a head thick. A lot of 3/4 today. I'm gonna argue that it should be out here. 1, 2, 3, half. So that's looking more like it, even though it's a bit non-half. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so this one seems a bit right. This is a very thick leg. Actually, it should be a head's length thick, so okay. I'm just lying. Head just seems proportionally bigger to me. So that means, yeah, 3/4 of a head from here. That's where the leg should start. And then we know we want to end practically point blank. We're going to be swinging like this. And then the heel itself is about a little under 3/4. So if we're right here, from that, we're going to be about right here where we end. That's very thick. I don't trust that. Let's see, so we've kind of gotten some good dots. So if we start from here and then go to, that's not going to swing enough. We need it to swing back a little bit more. It's going to be like something like that. We want this gap. That seems awfully wide. Awfully hot coffee pot, you know? I don't know why that's been stuck in my head for the last day, and I apologize. That's where my brain is telling me, but it's a bit unfounded. Yeah, this does practically start where we end. We have had issues in the past, though, where we've trusted this too religiously and have fallen because of it. Trying to see in 3D the shape of the thigh that's back there. Because I know it's smarter to draw the thigh before we do this. And to make it so the curve can happen like this, so it's going to be a bit further off than we'd expect. Because yeah, we want this motion to be able to happen. Thoughts on cereal? Got any favorites? I do not. I'm not a huge cereal enjoyer. I'd rather have like oatmeal. But my usual go-to is I take Greek yogurt. I cut up a bunch of strawberries. I dice them into like twelfths. Then I wash some blueberries. Put that in. You make it look all pretty. In the past, I have used chia seeds, whatever they're called. Whatever they're called. You know what I mean. Not chia pet. What am I thinking of? They're called chia seeds. Okay, that's correct. Huh. Chia seeds, honey, and then granola. And then I usually have that with a banana. And then some black tea. Very sugary. It's a very sugary breakfast, so I'm not allowed to spite cereal too much. Cereal's a good go-to, just so many of them have a poisonous amount of sugar. To the degree that I'm actually concerned in some instances with how much sugar we're just giving kids every day. Like I was a kid once. I liked my sugar. This is ridiculous. Something weird's going on here. If I do it, there's no way that's how that works. Unless I'm just going insane. If I do this from here to here, I should, okay, yeah, I should land at the heel. We do need to be out a bit more. I think Fruit Loops is goated. Lucky Charms a close second. Frosted Flakes gets soggy fast. I mean, I'm lame. If I had to pick a favorite cereal, it'd probably be Cheerios. Cause like you can't go wrong. I mean, honey, whatever Cheerios those are really good. I haven't had Lucky Charms in years, and I don't want to. That's a lot of sugar. That's like probably the most harmful one, if we're gonna be honest. So if I move the head over here to the edge of this, the last quarter right here is where it should swing to. If I'm ever a father, I know parenthood is very difficult. I'm never gonna act like it isn't. I would just like to imagine that I could work into my schedule. I want to make my kids breakfast a lot. I feel like eggs, some kind of protein. I'd say like ham. Bacon's a lot. Bacon on special days. Eggs, ham, and then like an English muffin. Or my just a tiny bit of like yogurt parfait. I really, it's a dream of mine to have 7-hour work days. I think, because like then I could wake up, I could like take my kids to school, I could go work, I could come back, pick them up from school. But I know that's very, yeah. Yeah, I do not like Rice Krispies at all. I want to swing this just a bit lower than I think I should. Yeah, my brain's telling me down there. I think like down that deep. It's a really weird projection, but try to keep it somewhat uniform throughout, but it's tough. A lot of planning for just that. Okay. So yeah, we want this triangle, so now we want to go down here. Making it go far enough is the goal. So yeah, we're 3/4 of a head practically. Actually say, maybe even a head's length of foot. My music stopped. Give me my music back now. Oh, Kaer Morhen. I love Kaer Morhen, but I've listened to that one many times. Like Rice Krispie treats a ton and used to eat every day as a kid. Yeah, okay, that's the here. Wait, like I only vaguely remember Rice Krispie as a cereal, and yeah, that's probably for a reason. But yeah, Rice Krispie, like the bars, Rice Krispies, I guess. Yeah, I can see it treats. Wonderful, I love those a ton. Passport.js, that looks. Anyways, let's I'm not feeling Nobunonoko. I'm feeling ambient, but a bit happy. That's why I was listening to Horizon Zero Dawn ambience and music. One day I'm gonna have like a Ocean Core playlist. What's Ocean? Stop putting core at the end of words. Kavel core. Yeah, this is Blelu. That's how you pronounce the name. Okay, we'll do this. So I'd say it has length from. No, my original dot is correct, and that's when I measured this head's length. Oh, and it matches with. Oh my gosh, it works, but I don't like it because. So that means we have to connect like this and then end there. That's the end. So there will be a line like this, and let's make a solid dot in the right place. Now as for the actual gap. I've been watching a new YouTube channel. Not new, but it's new to me, right? This is about 3/4 width of this, and then we want a tiny bit off. So yeah, that's, now that we know this is, we know half is right here, and we know 1/4 is about right there, so our dots are actually crazy correct. Well, let's hope we do it right? All bikes no... Oh wait, no, not all bikes. I believe that's... I was thinking like all gas, no brakes. Shout out that channel as well. I haven't watched them in a very long time though. Let me check that this channel actually exists. Not just bikes. Yep. I watched their Japan video recently. Where is it? the secret to Japan's great cities, and it looked awesome. What is it? Not all bikes is extremely passionate. And it has really like I bike to my classes every day. I really love biking. I really love walkability. My campus isn't totally walkable, but like compared to being in my hometown, which is a pretty big city, no, I don't like it. Or like I love my hometown, but like the fact that I have to drive everywhere and every time I drive it is dangerous, I don't like that. And growing up, especially in a car-centered culture, is you believe that there's no other solution. And then I went to Europe for the first time. I was like, oh my god, this is like I can get anywhere. I remember I got bored while in Austria. Okay, I didn't get bored. I just had nothing to do. And so I was like, I'm just going to walk around. I was in a town called Weiskirche. And so I just started walking around, and I walked around the whole town in like 15 minutes. It was a very tiny, okay, it was a very tiny town, but... And I am a fast walker. I got stubby little legs. Okay, so that, like... That did kind of mess me up, but we're gonna keep going. It's a bit longer than I wanted. Yeah, as I say that, I hear someone like speeding outside. Car culture in America is crazy to me. Today I was biking and I'm in the bike lane. I hold out my left hand. I signal I'm going left. There's no one behind me, or there's a car very far, like 20 meters, 30 meters back. I believe that's a lot of feet. And so I make a very safe merge. And then there's a couple cars on the, I had to get to the left side of the street, the left bike lane, or my left bike lane, right? Because I could turn into my apartment complex. And so, yeah, so here I am biking, you know, wee. And there's a dude behind me that just gets so crazy close. And he, like, I saw him in my, like, hindsight, and he was like, checked me. And I'm biking, and then I go across when there's no more cars coming this way. And then I look at his window. He has his head fully out looking back at me. Brother, I was doing something legal. You are not. But yeah, so I just realized I made a huge mistake. This is supposed to match where the paw is. So that's why it looks so off. It's supposed to go like this and then a bit and then the paw. We're gonna match the height of the paws right here. This one's a tiny bit taller, so we're gonna go like this. This is as tall as it has to be. Maybe a bit taller. And then we want to create our box. Yeah, we are overestimating it, but we don't want to make it too long, so we're going to still keep the same length. Maybe just intersect it a tiny bit more. Head length wise, we are going to be... No way. That's the paw itself, like from here to here, is practically a head length. But I'm not gonna do that because this is already long enough. So we can actually track everything we need. You can put my there. That's crazy. That's no way. That's a bug. I'm no engineer. But that's crazy. So that's a head's length and then 3/4, which I want to disagree with. That's a ridiculous amount. That's a huge paw. Let's reference it from some other places to make sure we're not going crazy, but 1, 2, 3, 4. About 4 heads. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think I measured wrong because that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? What is happening? 1, 2, 3, 4. What? I'm doing this trick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. So what we can do, I'm gonna just extend it to like right here probably. Because that's like, that'll be fine if I do that. That's crazy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, we'll extend it outside. The paws do have to hang off as well, so it will look even longer. But yeah, I say as long as we start right here, do some nice box, and just a nice looking box. Probably bring it a bit lower as well. So go here, and then we bring it back. We actually see not a lot of top of the plane, so we're going to see a lot of foreshortening right here. And I think this should be lower. I think that was a bit too much. That was angled for sure. Do wish this was longer, but it's whatever. There was here. Let me try. Oh, okay. I remembered a text from a friend, and yeah. So intersection here, I think one of these is fine, but I'm gonna hold off until we have this form going. If we look down here, we cheat a little bit. Look at our initial construction. Yeah, we did something like that. If we're gonna cut the leg in half, I know I had a degree facing like this out there, but let's look at the kitty cat right now and make this decision. If we cut the leg off, sorry cat, I think, or not that cat, sorry, this cat, not cat in chat, not the chat cat, but the cat on the, I can't think of anything that rhymes with cat. That's in like screen, hat, fat, chat, lap. No, you need the at. Bat, Matt, Shat. I don't think any of those apply to conversation though. Man, we are, I don't know what's going on with me, guys. So let's define this intersection. We're going underneath, we're only seeing it slightly outside. We want to really curl it right here. We're gonna go here and then out like that. We're gonna leave it there. Keep it simple. What are we doing, right? I think that's perfect. Maybe a bit more would have been nice, but whatever. So that means the line we create here that we want kind of sitting on the top of this. Remember, we learned our lesson. And then I would like it to kind of do this motion over the joint. Even though like you can see here the musculature, it's kind of like there's like a knob here, like a spheroid. And we would draw that if it wasn't so, like if we had more fidelity, and then we kind of sit out here with the rest of that. Right, and we do kind of have that in this situation, so, but yeah, there's this like gap right here. So it's not completely round at that point, there's just like this meeting point. This would be the contour curve that represents that intersection, right? All that stuff. Cool. Okay. So I want to go up here. Does that make sense down here though? I'm trying to consider the entire context. My new rule for myself, and we'll write this down. Please someone remind me if I don't remind myself. Actually, you guys don't work for me. Do whatever you want, but it would be kind if you could remind me when we're doing the review. Whenever we put a contour on an object, any object that contour touches, we have to evaluate the intersection individually. What does that mean? Let's say we had a contour line running from the head to the torso to the sausage form to the pelvis to the thigh. Then individually, not thinking about the entire thing, just this alone, okay, it's going to do this. Okay, now think about this one. Okay, it's going to do this. Think about this one. Not thinking as an overarching connected feature, because then your brain abstracts a lot of very important information away from you. So, yeah. Cool. Let us continue. So, here, this was dangerous because we're seeing a very flat degree on all of this. We're looking at it from the side. Maybe we'll see a bit from the top, like this, and then down. Here, we've been pulling this out a lot recently. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but then again, that's kind of what this is for, right? Education. We're seeing a very thin degree here. It is kind of getting, actually it gets a bit larger, I'd say. So we're seeing yeah, it gets larger as we go up here. That one was a bit of a mistake. So that means if we have a sausage form here, I was originally going to do this, which is actually kind of correct, but I was going to curve it way too much. It needs to be flatter. And I mean, this is probably fine, but yeah, like that. And then we land here. And that's cheating. I'm not going to do too much more. I don't want to like go too crazy with it, right? I feel like, not that's cheating, but I feel like, I don't know. It doesn't feel right. It feels like I'm taking cheap steps where I shouldn't. So yeah, now we know this should be a lighter degree. So like this. And then we're gonna meet up here. Okay, I kind of wish I bit that line more, but that was more of a mechanical error than a conceptual one. And then we're gonna meet here. So this is a flatter, look at this, right? So this is gonna go like this around. Because if it went down here, that would imply it's super round, but we want like that. And then we're gonna connect it. It's a bit skinnier than I wanted, but that's fine. Now we're gonna work on bolstering this up a bit, making it look a bit thicker. We probably should have done this interior intersection first. Yeah, we're talking about cutting the cat's leg off, sorry. But that sounds really bad out of context. But yeah, so we wanted to kind of, let's see, this one's going down back to this, just to explain what's happening. So yeah, we know it's, at that moment, it's going, this one's wrapping up and this one's going down. Right? Probably a thinner degree than this. So what is our intersection gonna do to obey both of these? It's gonna sit, I think, in this area and go up, and then back. That's my theory. I think it should have curled more right there to represent that it's turning, but whatever. Well, I feel like we should do like one of these, just doing like fun contour lines, because this looks cool like on its own, kind of. That'd be an interesting little piece. Cool. Anyways, and so let's get the thickness of this, which I think is intuitively maybe 3/4. I know there's a lot of me saying that today, but if it's 3/4, it's 3/4. What can I do about it? Yep, 3/4. A bit more. A little bit more than 3/4. We take this, we plop it down here. That's a lot. Let's measure it from the ground. And it actually kind of happens when the... Oh. because yeah, the paw's supposed to meet the ground right here. That's just really thick. But and that's how we get our negative shape. That's our negative space shape, yeah. Because we go here, 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 here. We're actually doing quite well in this negative shape. I do wish it ended a bit more here, so extending the box probably would have been better. Oops. Anyways, that's a good lesson learned. That's like how animals work rather than a conceptual failure. Or I mean, it is technically a conceptual failure, but you know. So yeah, I guess we gotta. I am tempted to start doing this, but yeah, 3/4. That's way too far. Really? Need that off over here? The whole scale of our back lower body technically is that off? That's insane. Is it actually? Yeah, I mean. What can we do to fix that? Make the head smaller. But we've already drawn it, so. Oh, it's this song. I hate this song so much. It pops up from time to time. I run my videos at 144p. Nobukazu Takamura, Stairs and Stars. It is repetitive and hurts my brain. It's not a bad song. But yeah. What if everyone pointed a laser at the moon? Why is that on my recommended? I'm curious. That is my kind of video, but I don't think I'm gonna point the laser at the moon anytime soon. I don't think that's on my calendar. Oh wait, actually. Okay, no, it's not my calendar, but if it was, I would. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna just obey the negative shapes that we want here, which is this swings back, comes down about right here. It's actually pretty darn straight. And then we have a little gap here. It was a bit more steep in the actual one, I feel. This, and then we go out, and then we have our pause. So, and I kind of accounted for the pause. I think the whole box should have shifted back a bit and been longer. And this is looking to be actually close to 3/4. So if we can just I think this will work. Yeah, yeah, it depends on the degree, but I think if we do this and then swing over here, we'll be fine. Cool, I like that. And then we really want to swing almost in parallel with this one. And then this line. Cool. Nice job. I think this deserves a quick brain break. How about you guys? One leg. It took us 45 minutes to draw one leg. Oh. I'm okay with that. It hurts to say, but I'm okay with that. Especially, I mean, this is looking pretty good. We're mitigating a lot of error by thinking ahead. But yikes. Does it take people this long? Should I intuitively, I want to ask. Or like deep down, I don't think intuitive is the right word, but like deep down, internally, I want to ask, does it take other people this long? But that does not matter, especially in Drawbox. I think if I was like taking 48 hours for one Cougar Construction, there'd probably be a pretty big issue. And I do think I'm probably on the closer end of having an issue with taking too long than most, but sup, Kavel? Nothing much. What about you, sir? How we feeling? We got... It takes me infinitely longer, Kavel, if it makes you feel better. True. There's always a bigger fish. Was that a Star Wars quote? Jeez, I'm a nerd. I hope you're doing well, Rise. We're chilling tonight. I got a lot of sleep last night. Who knew taking the required, yes, the required amount or recommended amount of melatonin and falling asleep would do wonders. Yeah, I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well. What so do you leave? I hate to bring this up because I don't want to, like, you're here to chill, maybe do a little art. But do you leave like in the morning on Thursday, or? I can't imagine the military would do anything but the morning. What do we do next? I'm leaning towards probably stuttering 8 more times, but also doing the bicep, getting started on the bicep. It'll be Sunday and in the evening. Oh, I thought it was the 14th. We could have done another Friday. Oh, yeah, got you. I think it was just because you said you have last Friday off. That's why we did that Friday. But okay, huge. So we'll get a weekend. We'll get the start of a weekend. How do you feel, man? I don't know. How do military deployments work? Like, do you have a set amount and then you're allowed to, like, stop military deploying? When you're allowed to, like, just leave. I know, because I know you're doing college. Yeah, you do. How much do you download? If I were you, I would just bring like a hard drive on there. Somehow plug that into my phone. Do you ever read while you're on the boat? You do a set amount, but I've never actually seen that happen. Ooh. If they came to me one day in school and they're like, yep, you gotta do another 4 years, I'm attacking somebody. Like, do not be near me. Bring terabytes. I don't blame them. I do not blame them. Are you allowed to... Reading is really difficult. The ship is pretty dark. Can't imagine you have infinite energy for everyone to have their lights on all the time. That makes sense. Then I bet during the daytime you don't have much free time to be, chillaxing on the deck, lawn chair, all that fun stuff. Cool. Oh my gosh, whoa. I'm listening to the Genshin soundtrack right now. Land of Teleotl? Syrian Scorched Soil of Strife, Feast and Bounty. I don't know what any of one of these things could be. The song, the artist, be the update, the album. I don't know. It's cool though. I've always loved chants like this. So, Discu Syrian Scorched Soil of Strife. Jeez. It's not at night. A lot of lights are turned to red because light pollution in the middle of the ocean gotta be hidden. Yes, the only reason I know about red lights, not only from just the military, because I've watched a couple videos, but Shay, one of my favorite urban explorer YouTube, my favorite urban explorer YouTube, he's not even an urban explorer. Let's be honest, this guy just breaks into places. But no, whenever he went to Chernobyl, Pripyat, when they were going through the forest, they used red lights to avoid the guards, which I thought was so baller. That is so cool sounding. Oh my god, I could never. He climbed the Duga Towers, man. This guy has lived such a freaking crazy life. I'm spitting. Anyways. Why did I not do a sausage form here? I just did a pretty big spherical form. Oh, interesting. I can kind of see why, actually. I'd rather a sausage form, though. Indicate a bit of gesture of it leaning this way. So let's get started on that. And actually, we could imply this tuft of fur right here as well, and then this one back here. If we choose to do so for the back arm, it's tricky. But yeah, so we have this form. It goes from underneath I'd say almost the entire head. I hate to draw here too much, and I'd avoid it if I can. But yeah, we're gonna have this pretty big bicep that I know internally I'm gonna want to try to make it smaller than the head, but this is multiple heads length. Have you ever here? You know what? Rise, if you're still here, I highly recommend you download some of Shay's content. Shay, I don't know. Well edited videos, very good quality. He probably buys like crazy good GoPros and equipment for this. But he just goes urban exploring. He's been to like legit abandoned Russian bunkers. With like working lights, completely preserved. Actually insane. He's been chased. He's been, you know, hopping trains for years. He used to live stream this before people would snipe him. And by snipe, I mean, okay, I don't mean literally snipe, but guards would get called on him and it would get pretty crazy. I think he's been to Chernobyl twice, or Pripyat, I should say. I think only once, but I could be thinking of another YouTuber. The other YouTuber he was with, who's actually had a travel restriction because they went where they weren't supposed to. Guys, only do urban exploring if it's allowed and stuff. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So the Pripyat one, there's like 3 videos. I think it's like 3 to 7 hours worth of content. And then he has a lot of, I'm not gonna call him boring, but more boring one where he's just like, you know, on a train going through beautiful places. That just makes me feel like trapped. You know? And probably being on a boat and seeing him go to like the most beautiful continents, probably not good. But he's like gone to abandoned radio stations, climbing through the Alps, the snowy winter Alps of Austria or Switzerland, I think. Tons of Russian bunkers, tons of train hopping. He went to one tower that's like every brutalist enjoyer's dream of visiting. I can't remember the name of it, so it's not my dream, I guess, but also very cool. I'm yapping too much, I apologize. This is me when I actually get sleep and we just yap. So about one head and a quarter, 3/4 of a head is where our arm begins. So 1 head, 2 head, 1 head. This is cursed. I do like this. 1 head, 2 head, 3 head. That is just seemingly not right, because we have this shape. We're gonna swing over here. I know the arm starts back and it's gonna swing, but that just is way too big, I think. But yeah, Shay's stuff is pretty cool. I could rant about it all day. In fact, I did do some urban exploring. Well, in Portugal, on my own. Which was extremely fun, and it was definitely inspired by Shay. In fact, I was gonna record, I was gonna take a GoPro with me. See this, oh. But I didn't. Because my university wouldn't give me a GoPro over the break, or they couldn't. They said they wanted to, because like no one was gonna order it anyways, but there's like nothing I could do to sign to indicate that, you know, it would be safe in my hands, so. Shock to shock. Okay, so the head is either too big, something proportional is going on here that I don't like. 1. It's just insane. It's a bug. I'll artificially make my measurement of the head bigger. 1. The furthest point is 1 3/4. That's where the elbow is. And the elbow is... one and a half as links. Maybe 1 1/4, 1 1/2. So yeah, 1. And move it to 1/4. So that means we go this far back, and then the start of where the paw sausage form happens. Actually, I don't think. Do I have a separate? No, I kind of just go. Oh no, I have a tiny sausage form joint right there, which I think is actually good to have. Yeah, I'd say it's a, so this down quarter here. So yeah, about right there. And then the head lands, or the paw, I should say. Yeah, well, actually, probably just 2 heads. And that goes... a little bit more than a head over. So we're gonna go here, a head, and then down. That was probably, you know, human error probably got me where I want to be. This is where the elbow happens. And then this is another head down. So this seems too steep for that arm. It's making like this angle. Which could be very valid because my head was a bit too exact. So being on this outside of that, I think right here is good. So do we, it doesn't seem, if we add our tuft of fur, then it seems we'll get pretty close to that negative shape that's happening. It's just rough. I'm gonna forget all these measurements tomorrow, I promise you. So yeah, basically here's a head's length, here's our elbow. We want half a head's length to be, yeah, okay, perfect. It's really good. And let's see, if we bring that joint and bring it to the left, we should see, okay, so this was a bit tall, but I think that's fine. And oh wait, that's actually correct. That's a bit lower, but I think that's perfectly fine. Dang, this disc is, okay, Syrian Scorched Soil of Strife. While really weird to say, and Soil of Strife sounds crazy, I like it. And in fact, we're yapping, I'm in a good mood. So ironically, I'm going to cancel this, or cancel, into the stream here. It's 1 hour 33, so it's almost 9 o'clock. I have stuff, sadly, to do tonight. I'm going to be grinding out that coding homework. So yeah. We're going to call it here. An hour, or 45 minutes for one leg. Who cares? I'll call that a success. So, I hope, you know, my mood hasn't been a detriment for the streams as of recent. I'm not gonna lie, you know, sometimes it is just hard to be in a good mood, especially with school going on like this. That's just not fun. I feel like, oh goodness gracious, that's incorrect. Interesting. Look off to you guys. There's like a pixel missing. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, it's been rough. You know, it's been a rough semester, and I hope that yeah, I'm trying to bring good energy to the streams, and I hope it's not too Debbie Downer, right? School is hard, but we'll conquer it, and we'll learn, we'll grow, and all that wonderful stuff. Such is what school is for. However, could it be more efficient with better professors and blah blah blah? Yeah, we could all complain about it, but I'm happy to be here, and I'm extremely happy to be streaming with you guys. So yeah, successful stream today. Very happy about both the legs. We'll pick it up tomorrow with the front paw, probably both of them. There may be missing, we may have a gap stream Thursday, probably not, but blah 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 blah, right? Stream schedule is always spotty. And then the only things of note is not next week, but the week after, the week of the 24th, that Sunday, we will probably not be, it's going to be weird because I'm going to be going back to my home for a couple days, but I want to stream for those couple days. So the setup will change for maybe 4 days, probably. There will be probably 2 days missing that week. And then we're going to come back, and then we'll be streaming for maybe 3 days, and then we're going to have finals. So I'll be probably not streaming for another 3 days. So that's gonna be a big gap. And then we'll be streaming again until then. So, but that's, you know, weeks in the future. Technically 2 weeks in the future, 3. But you know, the Thanksgiving break to final exam season, it always comes way faster than it should. So yeah, that's enough yapping. Hopefully, you know, guys, just store that in the back of your head. Still, I am very confident that all of you will do something that you love for an hour a day. Please do. Thank you, Rise. Thank you, Kat. I think that's the only 2 people who stop by today, but I know Delano may pass by sometime in the future or pop in the video, watch it, who knows. Oh, Pinku was here earlier. Thank you, Pinku. Hope your dishwashing went well. I should know he's my roommate. No. Yeah. So once again, thank you guys. Ooh, I just realized we need to add like an intersection with the torso or a form joining them. Like right here onto that. I think that's very doable and important. Don't let me forget that, guys. Okay. Thank you all. Don't forget to check out Shay. He's pretty cool. Shiey, I believe, or EIY. One or the other. And yeah, bye for now.